So, we're gonna be wrapping up the main game for this episode.
This is it. Time for the Cthulhus to have a baby.
And I
You did it again.
Bleak Soul.
This is what happens when both your eyes are covered.
Yeah, can't see where you're going.
The first time was because I actually decided to go the different way.
All the faith
Well,
here?
These are all... Yep, all the Mensis people.
They're all fucking dead. What a bunch of jerks. Oh, a tiny music box.
Bringing back music box.
Oh, hey, it's the moon. Weird.
It's a good thing you looked at the sky.
Well, I didn't exactly have to look at the sky there, but...
Uh-oh. Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out. Whoa, there's a cutscene there. Okay. Mergo, that must be the baby.
Yep.
Mergo's kind of a shitty name for a baby.
Then again, so's Bleak Soul.
That's his family name, though. He can't, you know? They had to use that. Mergo sounds like a first name.
But yeah, I kind of really like the atmosphere this fight brings because instead of like a blaring orchestral soundtrack, you just have a music box playing in the background.
Yep, no spooky game has ever done that before. You're right.
I didn't say it was original!
I see, now we're fighting Monsoon.
I like the weird, like, hood that's on an invisible tentacle. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so the gimmick for this whole shadow envelopedness thing is now it basically has a stand. A stand that's just a clone of itself. Which is, kind of a shame for as cool as the boss looks and the setup for it. It's kind of an easy fight.
Just lots of hands and lots of blades.
All you gotta do is attack the butt.
Man, that is just the strategy of this whole dang game. Attack the butt. Bloodborne, attack the butt.
The strategy for Brightus was to attack the hip.
It's like the butt. It's really close to a butt.
Yeah, and Amygdala was attack the head cage.
Yeah, I really like this boss's design. It is really cool. I like the weird spinny blades and the purple.
So, what does the tiny music box do here?
Well, against this boss, there's nothing really consistent. But, if you play it, there's kind of the... It'll kind of dodge the side as if you're attacking it. But, however, playing it here is interesting. Because if you didn't play it right then, the baby would have continued to just cry rather than the kind of the happy content
noise
that it made.
That baby's like, yes, cool. I'm good now. Thanks. Oh.
Nightmare slain.
Yeah, bit of a shame.
Wasn't
Oh, yeah,
Prey slaughtered, it was Nightmare.
Every great one loses its child and then yearns for a surrogate. Audience with Mergo, but resulted in stillbirth of their brains. Is that what that said?
Yeah.
So Mergo's not the baby, Mergo's an elder god.
Well,
Or both.
no, both.
Both. Okay.
Also,
oh,
this
hey,
Oh.
just...
Oh.
That's incredibly rude.
You have come. Dawn will
Yep.
soon break. This night and this dream will end. Gehrman awaits you at the foot of the great tree.
Unfortunately, the fire kind of took its toll on the encoding.
Ooh.
Oh, those pillars.
It's the moon.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
Nah.
What happens if you say yes?
Dear,
get a different
oh
ending.
dear, what
Oh.
was it? The hunt, the blood, or the horrible dream?
Take the red pill or the blue pill.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Snake. It's time for our
Your
final
wife
showdown.
Comes down to the hunters. Help her to clean up after these sorts of messes.
There can only be one boss. And one snake.
Tonight, Gehrman joins the hunt.
New challenger!
Oh, Gehrman, the first hunter.
Yup.
Well, you...
Apologies if it's hard to see on your video.
I'll have to watch it later, I guess. There's just too many flowers.
Well, the fire also does.
Ooh, boy.
He hits pretty hard.
Yeah, he's also incredibly fast. Very susceptible to parry.
Damn.
however.
Oh!
But, as you might imagine, Gehrman is a fight that, a lot of people on their first playthrough struggle with.
But not you.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
This is at least your 300th playthrough of Bloodborne.
It is my 4th?
If you die while you're fighting Gehrman, like, where do you go?
Next door.
You just show up, like, right over there?
Yeah.
Where you came in?
Yeah,
It's
pretty
weird.
much.
It's really weird.
So he has a trick scythe.
Yeah. But an interesting thing to kind of note, the Hunter's Dream, also there.
Accept your death. Be freed from the night.
The Hunter's Dream is actually not created by, Gehrman, or anyone we've even seen thus far.
I asked previously, whose dream is this? And it's not the first hunters.
Is it the doll?
That's a theory.
Yeah. It seems like then almost like the implication of how our character even got here is that we were sort of like just some guy who got pulled into the dream to serve as a hunter. Like, maybe because we came to Gehrman for blood healing, if that's even real, like if that's even actually the backstory, or we're just like some guy who was dying. What's going on? I can't see. Oh, fuck.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not looking at that.
This is what happens when you don't look at the sky. The sky takes revenge.
Hey,
What? Bleak Soul, you're not even trying. Whoa, I'm not safe for work.
Aw, they're hugging.
So you've sort of embraced the nightmare, or the nightmare has embraced you.
Zero.
Oh, shit.
And so,
God, what if your character
the hunt
looks really
begins again.
ridiculous? Like, even more.
Shit, Bleak Soul as, like, the hunter in the wheelchair. Can't see a goddamn thing.
Wow.
So that was the second ending to the game.
Is this the ending we're ending on? Or are you gonna show another one in this video?
We're gonna... Not in this video, but I am gonna show off the true ending.
Ooh. That's not for Bleak Soul.
Oh, good point. Yeah, that's for Kevin. Kevin's doing everything right apparently, and not Bleak Soul.
Bleak Soul did so many things wrong.
So Bleak Soul, like, basically just kept everything going. Bleak Soul chose the status
Bleak
quo.
Soul... Well...
We never even saw that baby get Cthulhu'd.
Yeah. I'd say that was probably about the status quo for your Souls game ending.
Man, imagine if you had, like, a Monster Factory looking guy, and then they have this, like, dramatic... I mean, it's the same in all the Souls games, right? Like, there's some dramatic ending and your character does something, and it's like, what if you made, like, a Just Like Bart horrible monster, and then it's like, no, I'm just gonna sit here with the doll and look at the moon.
It was Toucan No Gun Sam.
Yeah. Yeah, the pacifist hunter from Monster Factory just, like, sitting there in that wheelchair being like, yes, it's job well done.
Now it's time for you to give up. Just die and stop dreaming.
Well, yeah, that thing at the end there is the thing that's been sustaining the dream.
Oh, who is that? Is that Odin?
That is
Aiden?
not Odin, no. Oh yeah, since we've wrapped this up, you might see it says Dr. Yosefka, Imposter Doctor.
Ah.
The Yosefka we talked to at the very beginning is the real Yosefka. And the one after beating, what's his name? Gascan. And onwards. Also, yeah, it spoiled the DLC, but, from Gascan and onwards is a Yosefka that...
Gascoigne?
Gascoigne.
Oh, okay. Not Father Gascan.
Father Gascan, yeah. Is a member of the choir that killed the actual Yosefka and took her place.
Oh. Is there? How do we find that out? Is that from one of the items?
There is a very slight difference in her voice and way of speaking. Because the two Yosefkas are voiced by two different people.
It's interesting.
It is true that when you first meet her with Kevin, she's very nice and accommodating.
Yeah, she's also very, no one can come in here.
And then afterwards, it's all, come on, bring on everyone!
But yeah, like I said...
I'm Yosefka! Bring 'em on in!
Like I said before this recording started, I intended for these credits to be kind of a retrospective of the main game.
Well, I feel like we're not really done because we haven't seen the true ending.
We haven't seen the true ending or the DLC.
Or the challenge dungeons.
Well...
Still, so many questions.
But, I mean, it was interesting. I think ultimately, you know, from what we've seen with the Cthulhu baby, like, the Cthulhu baby was not, like, the ultimate outcome of the game. It was just sort of another thread in all these different threads that made up this world.
Yeah, I was watching a video yesterday. I can't remember the name of the guy, but, I think the way he described it kind of fits perfectly. The Souls games do not have stories. They have lore and world building.
I mean, there's definitely, like, a history, which you're learning. But yeah, I guess there's not, you could have addressed any of these elements of the world at any time, and it wouldn't have mattered. Like, there was, here's one story about this baby, here's one story about Bergenworth, here's one story about Canehurst, and, like, they're all sort of parallel stories.
Well, a story is just a narrative within a order of events, right? So the question then is there a narrative of the game?
Like, I guess, ultimately what it leaves me asking is, like, what's the purpose of this whole thing altogether? Like, what's the purpose of this nightmare? Because at first I thought the purpose of the nightmare was to have this baby Cthulhu. Cthulhu-ize the baby. But I think I'm not as clear on that anymore. It seems like the purpose of it is not, like, there's not a purpose of it. Or it's just a consequence that's happening. Like, there's no purpose, there's no outcome that's going to fix it or conclude it. But I'm not sure, because Gehrman also talked about you know, waking up from the nightmare. So I don't know. That was the video.
Yeah. But you know, guys, what's Kevin been up to?
Kevin's such a good boy.
Kevin!